Hello, everyone. Hope you're having an excellent day and staying safe out there with everything that's going on. But wanted to share with you a quick video on just some advice that we gathered from our interview with the attorney Joaquin Jimenez. Hope this brings value and hope you like it. Thank you for watching and stay safe. Thank you, Attorney Jimenez, for the opportunity to kind of chat a little bit and discuss, like I mentioned earlier, just kind of go over how people can continue to do business, continue to work with you, and by staying and also staying safe. With as we all know, we're going through some tough times at this point, and we're we're trying to do make the best of it and trying to stay as safe as possible without causing any more damage. But at the same time, we still have to conduct business, right?
That's correct.
So thank you for the opportunity, and
Thank you for having me, Sal.
thank you. And also, I want to start off first by saying this, and I know I mentioned it before, but I understand that your wife is in the medical field, and we want to show our gratitude towards her. We really appreciate the hard work that she's putting forth, and also I mean, I'm sure it's not easy just to be out there and knowing that what's going on. So I want to send my thanks to her. Okay.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Awesome. So let's start off with a few questions and just kind of go over. We understand that we're going through some rough times. We're going through the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's not easy. It's not easy for anybody. It's not easy for business owners, and it's not easy. When you have to take all the precautions, it slows you down, it bogs you down, and at the end of the day, you still got to pay a lot of the bills. So, how do you see the business or your business? How do you see your business after COVID-19?
Well, as you said, Sal, the times are tough right now. Lots of people have been laid off. Lots of people have been furloughed, and people don't know how they're going to make how they're going to pay their bills. So obviously, the business after the COVID-19 is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I have confidence in the U.S. economy. I believe it is going to come back, and we will be able to get to the place that we were before. But in the meantime, people are going to be having financial issues. I've had clients that have called me and they've already made arrangements telling me that they can't pay me now, that they'll have to pay me later. So that's fine. But I realize that the future is going to be delicate, but I believe we can persevere and work our way through this.
Awesome. Yeah, that's all we can do right at this point. The main thing that we have is, or that we need to take care of, is our health. And we want to make sure we stay healthy, because when we know this is going to be over, we know we've gone through several things in the past, recessions, wars, all kinds of stuff as human beings, and we know we can persevere, and it's going to be over. But in the meantime, we have to stay healthy in order to get to the other side, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, our health is number one. And as a matter of fact, I basically have kind of shut down my office in that I'm not really having clients come in, but I am practicing the social distancing that is recommended by the CDC.
Awesome. That's the way to go. So let's say, speaking of, segueing into what you just mentioned, clients, meeting with clients, what happens, or what do I do if I was to get into an accident today?
Well, Sal, that's a good question. A lot of people believe that because of this pandemic, that your life is totally flipped upside down. While some of it is true, some of it is not. If you get into a car accident today, you do the same thing. First off, you make sure the scene is secure before you get out of your car, if you can get out of your car. But once you get out of your car, if you are able to, get the information from the other driver, take pictures of the scene, and also, if you're hurt, you need to go to the doctor right away. The pain, sometimes that's not felt immediately. Sometimes it takes a few hours. Sometimes it takes a day or two. But if at any point you feel hurt, you need to go see a medical expert on that.
Right.
The other thing you need to do is that in the event that there's other witnesses that may have seen the accident, perhaps if you're able to, you can get down their name and phone number and any kind of statement that they can give you. All of this information is the same information that you have gotten before the COVID-19. You still need it now, and it's valuable information for your lawyer.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't mean that because of what's going on, you have to wait. You have to take action now with the precautions, but still take action and get yourself an attorney that can help you, right?
Yeah, you need to get an attorney. You should at least consult with an attorney right away. The main reason is because the person that you hit, the insurance company that you hit, or that is providing insurance for that customer, they have their lawyers as well. And their lawyers are waiting to try not to pay you any money at all.
Okay. Right. And so that means that you are taking in new clients. Is that correct?
We are. Again, as I mentioned earlier, our office is open on a limited basis. Basically, we're doing appointments. And what I have found is that some of the appointments we're able to do over the phone. And then also the other thing is we've started using Zoom to try to meet with our clients somewhat face-to-face.
Right.
I like to see my clients when they come in at first. And I would rather them come into my office, but because of the COVID-19, we're having to be a little more careful, and we're using technology to try to meet with clients and even new clients using the Zoom.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, right? When we normally would go to your office and kind of film it there, or you come to our studios and we film it there, but now, like, things have changed. It's not the same, but it works. It's still something that we can still see each other and see our reactions. So yeah, I completely.
It's a little more personal than being on the phone.
Exactly. That is correct. So I guess you are meeting with clients. You're still keeping your distance. Make sure to. I think that now you have to kind of wear a mask. So so it's all
Right.
just procedures, right? Just to stay safe. So if I know that you mentioned something about sometimes when you get into an accident with commercial companies, what do you do when it comes? Is it the same thing as getting into an accident with another regular citizen, or is there a difference?
It is basically the same, but you need to realize that a lot of times on the commercial case, if you do get involved in an accident with a commercial case, you need to try to find out some information that can help your case. And how do you do that? If you get a chance, you need to establish what happened in the accident. Try to establish negligence. What do I mean by that? If there was a stop sign that was run, or there was a red light that was missed, and you're able to take pictures of it, that's the kind of information that you need to help establish negligence. Commercial, sometimes if the commercial driver, if he's had lunch, well, the insurance company or his employer is not going to want to cover it under the commercial policy. They're going to want to cover it under their normal, the more limited policy, which is not good for you. So it's good to establish details, like if the commercial driver was on his way to a delivery, on his way to a pickup, or on his way to work. Those details are real critical in these cases in the evaluation of your case, and it could mean a big difference at the end to what it means to your bottom line.
Correct. Yeah, and it's not like you can ask the guy, right? Hey, were you at lunch?
That's right. Well, if you just go up to them and just talk to them, sometimes they'll tell you some details that are very, very important. For example, I've had a case where a client was told by the other driver that his phone fell to the floorboard and he was reaching for it. So for a split second, he was distracted and that caused the accident. So other common accidents, other common reasons that accidents are caused are people are texting, people are looking at their text, they're looking at their phone, they're looking at drop their phone, or they're sometimes they're even on Facebook. That information is really, really important to know in the event that the other driver tells you that.
You know, I think more you're being very nice about it, but no, there is a lot of the times, a lot of people are on Facebook. I've seen it whenever I'm at the light and somebody's pulling in and they're on their phone. They have their phone right in front of their steering wheel, and they're just like, or sometimes you're in the freeway and you turn around and you see somebody that's on their phone, like on the freeway, and it's like they're not even paying attention. So yes, it happens more often than we think. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just those are procedures that you need to take. A lot of times as citizens, we don't have the knowledge, or we don't have the experience to look at those little things like you said. But being an experienced attorney, you'll be able to notice the minor stuff that's going to get you the win at the end of the day, right?
Exactly. That's why whenever we take a case, we ask all of those questions. We ask, were there any witnesses there? And sometimes it could be that you're at an intersection, and at that intersection, there's a gas station, and the gas station could have surveillance videos. Sometimes we're able to get those videos from the store that can help establish that the commercial driver or the drunk driver was at fault in this case.
Gotcha. Yeah. So even with drunk drivers, that's also part of the plan, right? Like it's basically trying to find the argument, basically, to be able to win the case.
That's exactly right. But the first thing, and first and foremost, the negligence has to be established on the car that hit you. That's what we need to do first.
Got it. Okay. So now going to the next question, I guess you can say, what would you recommend, or what would you like to advise the community, the Houston community, with this whole situation and what's going on with the pandemic and everything else? What are your recommendations or your advice?
Well, my advice is to listen to the medical community. And today in this political climate, you really can't look at your politicians to determine what the best course of action is for you. You should listen to the health professionals and do what you need to do to keep your family safe.
Great.
I recommend you to follow what the CDC says, to follow what the county commissioner says. That's my recommendation. We want to live. We do not want to.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes whenever you want to. You always think it's not going to happen to me until it happens to you, right? And then that's it. You know, what are you going to do now? So might as well, keep your distance, even though sometimes you're going to sound or look a little paranoid, but at the end of the day, who cares, right? It's all about staying safe and making sure we get through this and get to the other side and start going back to business as usual.
That's right. Yeah, we've got to get through this, and we will. We'll get through this, and then we got to just move forward.
Great. Well, Attorney Jimenez, I appreciate everything, all the good advice you're giving us, everything that you took the time to actually kind of chat with us and discuss your expertise and how we should handle, because things are still going to happen. There's still going to be, I hear people coming down the road now, and there's cars out there. So there's going to be some accidents. So I do appreciate the time you took to be able to kind of discuss and show us and advise us on what to do.
Hey, Sal. Well, thank you for inviting me again.
Great.